morning. Just on here to, kind of recap on yesterday. All was good. I thank God for the live, and for all the viewers. Thank you to all the viewers that viewed the channel and that, subscribe to the channel. You guys, I am in my sanctuary in the car this morning, and I'm just like, just doing a little recap on yesterday. The live was actually pretty live yesterday too, and Friday was good. It was good live, so I'm just enjoying, as we go along, as we mosey along on the lives, just enjoying that, enjoying the, comments and the conversation, pretty much, even though we can't see each other, there's always good comments in the comment section there, and I'm just elated over that, and just I'm thankful to have those that are coming into the live, and those that are participants of it pretty much on a regular daily basis. I thank God for those too, and just enjoying the time that we have. And I always look forward to the next day of, the live that we have. My back is itching, but I always look forward for the next day of what the live is going to be. I haven't actually thought about the live on tonight. Even on my post, I made a shout out, to someone, and so it's going along pretty good. And I just want to know, like, if you receive the video, and you start just like, comment, share, to help grow the community, subscribe. And if you aren't a subscriber, or if you are endeavoring to, please subscribe to the channel to help grow the community. And let's see, what God has in store, for each and every one of us. I always try to have a scripture. Yesterday, I think my title was, I think, silence. And I kind of explained how, silence and communication, how the power of silence and communication and listening. So I kind of was like explaining how that silence can be a good thing, or it could be on the other end of the spectrum. It's like a double-edged sword. Silence is good because that kind of lets you know that there's someone listening to you, and that you are paying attention, and that your undivided attention is on that person. And so silence is good, and acknowledging as well, as there is silence, there's some little nods, something in there to let them know that, yes, I am listening to what you have to say, validating what they're saying, and then let them know that, I might not be speaking because I don't want to interrupt you. So letting them know that, this is the attention. There's bloopers on here, you guys, so you guys don't pay any attention. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But there was cars. I'm sitting in my sanctuary, like I said. There was cars passing. The music just came on, so things are just kind of look crazy, but it's okay. It's all good. I was like, where did that come from? But anyway, so we're talking about the silence yesterday, how it can be a double-edged sword. The silence of actually paying attention to somebody. And then there's that kind of silence to where, the person is silent and you're trying to talk to them, but they're not saying nothing, and they're not going to say nothing. And that type of silence, when the person is silent, you don't really know what they're thinking. You don't know what's on their mind. You don't know what their mindset is. So that kind of silence is one of those silences we kind of, have to pay attention to the cues. And if they are talking, when they do start to open up and talk, pay attention to how their delivery of what they're saying is, pay attention to, like, the body language, because there's negative body language, and then there's body language to just know that, oh, this person is in a good space. So we're going to just be mindful and just pay attention to that, when we're communicating. But the bottom line was, it was the power of how we communicate the power of silence in communicating and listening. And that was the other thing, listening to understand, listen to reason, listen to make sure that what the other person is saying is validated. So they will feel like their conversation is worth the while. And we're just going to keep going on and going on, with the listening and understanding and communicating and being empathetic, toward others as they're talking. And while we're listening, we're in this listening because it's open communications is based on listening. It is a supported listening service. So that's where my topics lie around listening, communication, empathy. It's so many different things, so many different avenues that I will probably be discussing as we go. So those are the things that we really want to pay attention to. I don't know why my nose be itching as soon as I get on this live. Not live, but I'm sorry, on the video. But there's another blooper, so excuse me, but it starts itching, and I don't know if it's the weather or whatever outside. But I just wanted to say happy Wednesday to everybody. Yesterday it was Terrific Tuesday and the power of listening and communication. So we want to make sure we're listening to whoever we're communicating with, and the other way around. And we want to make sure if you're communicating to somebody, the other person is listening. And the other thing was kind of like, I kind of touched on like how people will shut down. So because they don't want to really talk, they don't want to really open up. So people shut down. And I kind of reference that to the relationships. I know pretty much a lot of people, I'll say a lot of people have been in relationships where some of the other party won't talk, or the other party doesn't want to communicate, doesn't want to open up. And I always kind of like refer to the relationships because most of the people can relate to that, those types of scenarios when one person want to talk, the other person really doesn't want to talk, the other person will just shut down and not say anything. And so those are the quiet times that we have to probably pay attention to, because especially if there's other things that have been going on and the conversation wasn't heading in a positive direction. So we want to pay attention to those cues, to the people that just quiet and they sit and don't say anything, but their attitude is in a negative space. So just be aware and pay attention to how the person is acting. And so even in the relationships, when the person is quiet and they don't want to open up, I guess that's a time to just walk away and leave it time for space and time to kind of like settle down and heal. And so the other person can gather their thoughts together and come back to it, come back and revisit it, and then start up the conversation again, and maybe it will have a different outcome. And so that's the power of listening, the power of being silent. And so those things do make a difference in being able to communicate with somebody. I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking, like I said, I like to, people watch and do things like that. And it's always good to see, when I'm out in the community, how people are communicating or seeing each other, people talk. Because where I'm sitting at, there's people out here, and you can just see people like you kind of like doing some little gestures and things. So if I'm looking away, I'm looking at just scanning the area and seeing what's out here, seeing the movement of what they're doing and things like that. Today is Wednesday. I say happy Wednesday to each and everybody. It's hump day. It's a beautiful day here. It's a little overcast in Cali again. Yesterday was pretty hot and sunny. I think we got up to like 89. And so as I sit here and look out here, I just want to just say I love everybody that has been. I'm just grateful and just thankful that for all the viewers and subscribers, that come to my channel and come to my live. The ones that, like I said, are regulars. When they're not there, I like miss them. And then other people on the live, they comment and ask where the people are. So I appreciate each and every one that has been supporting the live, and it's been good. When I first started, I really didn't know what to expect, and as far as the viewers on there. And so it's been pretty decent, and it's growing. It's a growing community. So please help me in growing the community. If you're on there, if you're seeing my video, please like, share, please comment. Make comments and let me know where you're thinking, where your voices are thinking, what you are thinking about the videos. Let me know if you like them. Let me know if you don't like them. But be respectful in comments. I appreciate that. But I want everybody to have a blessed day. I mean, it's always love, peace, and, happiness. I want to project that. I want to say I love everyone, even though I don't know you physically. But in my spirit, I want to say I love you. And I was just saying on my live yesterday at work, I'm always giving hugs and things like that. And so one of the guys knows that I do that. And so we were talking, and then I was like just gonna walk away, and he was like, hey, wait, where's my hug? So I like to do things like that to project love, to let people know, that you care, you matter. I mean, that I care, and that they matter. And so that's a big thing, because people want to feel like, that they are loved. This day and time, a lot of people don't get to hear that I love you, or they don't get a hug, or they're not used to having a hug. They haven't grown up, receiving hugs. And so we have those things that are like that are difficult. We have to kind of practice those, because there's one person that I know that he doesn't really know, he didn't grow up like that, I suppose. Whenever I go to hug, it was the first time, it was always like it was like foreign. Basically, he didn't really know, how to. It was like I went to give him a hug. He's like, what do I do? I'm like, oh, okay, well, just reach out and I'll hug you. So, but sometimes people aren't used to getting hugs. They aren't used to hearing a person say I love you. And so we want to have that motto, as far as letting people know that they matter in this lifetime, in this world, because there's so much other things going on out here that's negative. We want to put some of that positivity back into our universe, to our world, and let people know, hey, there are people that really genuinely do care. And so I do. I care. I love each and every one of you. I love you with the love of Christ. I wanted to just say thank you for all those that are going to be on the live, and those that have came to the live, and those that have subscribed, and the other viewers. I really do appreciate you. And I don't know what, like I said, a topic it's going to be for tonight, but hopefully it'll be something nice and spicy. And also, I always try to make sure that the surroundings in the sanctuary is nice and mellow and, chill. And that's the vibe that I have, and that's what I want to keep in my lives, the nice, calm, peaceful, serene vibe. I'm not a person that likes to keep up a lot of I would say mess, for the lack of a better word. I don't I'm not that type of person. I like to be chill. I do like to laugh and play and giggle and do things like that. But on the other side, I like to keep it clean. I like to keep it respectful. And so that's how I want the live to be. I want to have the live the same as, the vibes that I put off, in the natural. And so whenever I do come into the sanctuary, that's what I portray, and so that they can feel that. And I hope that anyone that does come to my live, hopefully they can feel that nice, clean love vibe, peace, serene type of vibe. I appreciate, again, each and every one of you. You guys I always say they're the meat and potatoes of the live, because without them, it wouldn't be a me. And so I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate each and every one of them that are coming into the live. So with that said, I'm going to pop off. And I pray that everyone has a beautiful, blessed Wednesday. And maybe enjoy the sun, or wherever you're at. Try to do some self-care. Do something for yourself that you're going to enjoy, and do something that's going to make you have that aha moment. My name is Katrina. I am the founder of Open Ears, and if you'd like to join on the lives, I am on at 6:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's PST. So you see the PST, that's Pacific Standard Time. in at 6 o'clock. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. And remember, God loves you, and I do too. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.